Hello, everyone. So I figure that since you're here, you know who I am. Um, I just wanted to give a little bit of a small rant, just in regards to something that happened to me in the last day or so. So yesterday was the 5th of November, um, which was actually ironically the day before the midterm elections happening in the US. And because it was the 5th of November and something that kind of is a little bit significant is that I really like the movie V for Vendetta just because of what it talks about and what it represents as far as, people that are, have a certain intention but end up getting manipulated by government or by social situations and things that they go through. So I like to kind of mark the day myself by rewatching the film or like reading things, quotes and stuff from the film. So if some of you watched my stories on Instagram, you'll probably see that I had posted some things, and maybe you saw it initially, the full thing, but didn't see it afterwards. Or some people might have thought it cut off after about a minute or so. But I actually posted some quotes and like different pictures and like kind of the intro of the film as well as kind of midway through, just talking about a section in which V, the character V, mentions that people shouldn't be afraid of their governments. Government should be afraid of their people, meaning the opinions and the views of the people should outweigh a small group of people that make decisions or policy. And like I said, it's kind of weird that it was like right before the midterms for the US, because I woke up this morning and actually saw that some of the footage, not footage, but like excerpts from my stories were actually blocked. Um, and I don't know who reported it specifically, but I thought that it was kind of interesting that you hear, in North America as a whole, kind of talking about freedom of speech and expression. And, one of the ways that people do that nowadays is through social media and through Instagram and whatnot. And simply put, I was just kind of expressing my thoughts based off of something that resonated with me, just talking about how I felt, in regards to something that, like I said, it means something to me, and which is why I kind of like, gravitate towards that. But I found it interesting that, I was being shut down, or that my opinion or my view on a situation, which is actually a work of fiction, was taken in a way where, excerpts from that were actually blocked or shut down, um, either on or through Instagram. So I wanted to share this because I kind of thought, well, you're always being taught that you should be able to have your opinion and be free to say what you want, especially on your platform, and to know that that's not necessarily the case. And like I said, I don't know if it's specifically because it was just before the elections were happening, and I wasn't saying to vote for this person or that person or anything like that. I was simply showing an excerpt from a film that I enjoy that just talks about, politics and society and things that, even though the film came out in 2005, that resonate with me now in 2018. Um, but yeah, the title that it showed, the, I guess, violation or whatever, was under copyright. And I took issue with that as well, because if you've followed me for any period of time, you've probably seen me post things that I watch, like Game of Thrones, or excerpts from maybe like a video game or other music that I listen to and things like that. And never once have I been flagged for anything to do with copyright of any sort, or any infringement upon anything, or anything that's breaking any rules. However, when I show something from a film, um, and it wasn't even like I was showing like 10 minutes or half an hour or anything, like literally, there was a minute from the intro and then maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds of a part in the middle of the film. So I don't see how I'm breaching anyone's copyright or anything like that. And I mean, I wasn't streaming the movie illegally. I clearly own the film. This is the Steelbook case, and I clearly own this and have owned this for years. So I'm not like, it's not like I illegally downloaded this and was posting it then to my Instagram. I actually own this movie. So yeah, I just thought that it was a little bit odd and kind of convenient that just before midterm elections in the U.S. And I mean, I'm Canadian, but I thought it was kind of interesting that there's kind of a shutdown of my speech or my freedom to speak or to have an opinion just before that period. So I thought I would share that. I mean, people can have their view of this content and say what they will and have opinions. I don't really care or give a shit. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of just share my thoughts on, just the fact that something that might be, meaningful to you in whatever way, shape, or form, that other people will try to silence you. And I don't like being put in a box or being silenced. And I think I have a view and I have a platform to be able to share what I think and how I feel, and I'm going to do that. So, whoever it is that reported me, if you'd like to have a conversation, I'm more than happy to do so. If you'd like to debate something, I'm more than happy to do so. But um, yeah, I think that we all have the ability to say what we think and how we feel. And you may not agree with everything I say or that I do, and I may not agree with everything that you say and that you do. But I'm not out here trying to block your content from being shown. So I think obviously I'm doing something maybe positively, which is why maybe I'm being shut down. Like I said, it wasn't any kind of an attack towards anyone that was running for office in the U.S. right now. Like I really, like I said, I'm Canadian, so I don't have an opinion of specific people. I might have an opinion on policy and how it relates to my community. If I was there, I mean, I have family in the U.S., in New York, in Florida and other states. But I think that ultimately, um, something needs to change, whether it be here in Canada or in the US. I mean, there's things that we have issues here that aren't being dealt with, and that's a whole nother topic or video. But um, yeah, before this gets too long, it's already been like 7 minutes. So I'm going to cut it here and just say, speak your truth, live your truth, and yeah, that's it.